People are no longer afraid of them, and it's driving them crazy. They're ordinary. They do not have that power they once had, or they once thought they had. People have seen through the evil ones. People have seen through your enemies, those who have targeted you for so long, who have been against you for so long, those who are on a different path. They're all about darkness. They're all about evil. They're all about destroying people. They're wicked. They're wolves in sheep's clothing. They're demons pretending to be angels. They've been fooling a lot of people for so long. But now it has come to an end. They do not have that so-called power they once had. They do not have that control they once had over people. They were able to control people with fear. They were able to make a lot of people afraid of them. People knew that they were dangerous. People knew of the evils they had done, the wrongs they had done, and people were fearful that the same thing could happen to them. But now, enough is enough. Now people want their power back. People will not put them on a pedestal any longer. And it's over for the evil ones. They've lost their power. They were once on top, so it seemed. On one level, yes, they were on top on one hand. But who was keeping them on top? There we have this pyramid, and they're at the top of the pyramid. But they were only being kept at the top of the pyramid because of people's fear. I don't even want to use the word support because it was never real support. It was fear. It was people being afraid of them and what could happen if they go against this person, if they criticize this person. They were afraid of what could happen to them because they know that this person is very evil, very vindictive. This person is all about revenge. This person will come at them and mess them up. And this person had a level of power, but it was power on one hand, but on the other hand, without the fear, zero power. Without being able to control people, they had zero power. They only had power because people collectively said they had power. And as time has gone by, the same person people have been afraid of is living in fear. They're afraid. They're shaking in their boots because they have zero control anymore. Because nobody is afraid of them anymore. They need that. They need fear. That is their oxygen. Without fear, they're dead. They need people to be afraid of them. That is their fuel. Without that, it's like a car without fuel. Although now you have EVs and all of that. Okay, no electricity, the end. No fuel, the end. Nothing to keep them alive. Nothing to keep them so-called powerful. And now they're so afraid. Now they're going crazy. Your enemies, the evil ones, the narcissists are losing it. Oh no, how did I become so ordinary? Oh no, people are no longer afraid of me. I mean, I'm above people. They want people to worship them. They want people to call them boss. They want people to put them on a pedestal. They need that. That is who they are. They need to be powerful, but they don't have their own power. Fear, like we've seen, keeps them on top. So as soon as you take away that fear and replace it with faith, it is over. Over for the evil ones. As the Bible says over and over and over and over, fear not, for I am with you. Do not be afraid, for I am with you. God is with you. Have no fear. You see, when we have fear, that is when faith disappears. Align to what you want. Do not be afraid, it will all work out. Everything is working out in your favor. Have faith. Vibrationally align to what you want, and you shall have it. You will have it. In other words, you will manifest your heart's desires. Fear cripples us. You need to know that you're moving forward. You need to know that you are a winner. You need to know, even more than faith, know that it is working out for you. Know that all is well. You are fine. God is on your side. The universe is on your side. And align vibrationally to what you want. Move up that emotional scale. You see, fear is at the lowest level. That is the lowest. And that is why over 300 times in the Bible, it is said, fear not, do not be afraid. When we get rid of fear, we can have faith. And when you have faith, you can receive from source. You can receive from the Almighty. You can receive from the universe. You can get what you want. You can manifest your heart's desires. You can be successful. You can win big. Everything will work out for you. You can have wealth. You can have good health, love, happiness, because you're no longer afraid. And when you're afraid, you cannot think straight. That is the worst thing. You cannot think straight, so you will do anything. You will do things that go against the laws of nature. You will do crazy things because you are afraid. You cannot think straight. You will be like, not you, but someone will be like a drowning man grabbing at straws. Can the straws save him? No. But he's desperate. He's panicking. He doesn't know what to do. Maybe he could have swum, but he cannot swim anymore because he's panicking. When one is panicking, one doesn't know what to do, but one needs to relax. And one needs to know that all will be fine. One needs to believe, have faith, and then one will be able to swim. But sometimes even people who can swim, they may end up drowning because of their thoughts, because of their mindset. Our mindsets are powerful. Our vibration is powerful. We live in a vibrational universe. Are you with me? As you give the video a thumbs up if you're with me. We live in a vibrational universe, so we must be careful what we are vibrationally aligned to, because whatever we are vibrationally aligned to will manifest in our lives. We will get it. So all along, people had been fearful of that demon. All along, people had been afraid of this evil person. And this person was thriving, so to speak, because it's not real thrive. It's not real thriving. What's the word? What's the noun? It was never real. You know, they needed that. And all along they were happy, so-called celebrating, thinking, they're on top, walking over people, trampling upon others, mistreating people, ill-treating others, not realizing they never had the power, not realizing that they were powerless without the support of others. But now they're in big trouble. Now the truth about your enemies have come to light. They are not as powerful as they were claiming to be. I said, people are no longer afraid of them, and they're shaking in their boots. They're scared to death. They don't know what to do now that nobody's afraid of them. Right now, their kingdom is falling. Right now, they're going down. They've lost all power that they had. They lost the support of everybody. Everybody is seeing through them. Everybody is realizing, well, a lot of people at least are realizing that this person is not who they were claiming to be. This person was not as strong as they were pretending to be. Yes, they are evil. Yes, they wrong others. But there's nothing to be afraid of. This person no longer intimidates people like they did before. They're still trying. But they've lost their power and they're going down. It is over for them. They don't have that control they had. They've lost their popularity. Once upon a time, people thought they were all that. Once upon a time, people thought they were angels, but they were demons in disguise. People thought that they were sheep, but they were wolves in sheep's clothing. A lot of people supported these evil ones, but they've wronged so many people. Even their own people turned against them. Even people in their own circle turned against them. They did so much wrong. They kept doing it and doing it. And people realized that being afraid no longer works. Being fearful of these evil people no longer works. And gradually, one by one, people started to speak against this wicked person. People became brave. You see, back then they would attack everybody and everybody would be afraid to respond. People would be afraid to respond. People would be in fear. What if it backfires on them? What if they say this and this person takes revenge? So a lot of people were afraid to speak out. But they kept doing it. They kept attacking people, and the more they did, people realized that silence is no longer working. Being afraid of this person is not working. It is high time they speak out. It is high time they toughen up. Who are they? There's nothing to be afraid of. If God is for you, who can be against you? Who can be against you? This person is not so powerful. And people, one by one, became brave. And now it's over for Goliath. Just like David put down Goliath. They may be Goliath, But there's somebody who's not afraid of them, and that is David. And that is the end of Goliath. They could be a big tree, but a small axe can throw them down. Oh my goodness. Right now, they don't know what to do. They're shaking in their boots because they have lost all their power, because they see the writing on the wall. They know that they're going down. They needed people to be afraid of them so that everything could work out for them. They needed people to be afraid of them so that their secrets won't come out, so that people won't know about all the skeletons that are in their closet. They needed people to be afraid of them so the truth wouldn't be revealed. But now that nobody is afraid of them, they're being exposed. Now that nobody is afraid of them, what has been done in the dark is coming to light. People are seeing through their lies. People are realizing that they are evil. People are speaking out about the evil ones, about the narcissists. Their business is out for everybody to see. And so they're losing big time. They've lost fame. They've lost popularity. Their kingdom, I said, is crumbling. They're going down, and my goodness, it terrifies them. They cannot believe. They cannot believe it. They thought they would have been able to reign forever in that so-called kingdom. But it's over. They're finished. People are no longer intimidated by the evil ones. People are no longer afraid of them, and it terrifies them. They're scared to death. You see, the longest rope has an end. They wouldn't have been able to trample upon people forever. They wouldn't have been able to rule others by using fear as a tactic. They wouldn't have been able to bully others like this. One day somebody stands up to the bully, and it's over for the bully. Everybody realizes that the bully is just ordinary. He only had power because people allowed him to have it. The bully is outnumbered. It's only one bully and so many people. Who is he? You understand? The bully needed people to be afraid. The bully kept doing things, beating up people one by one, and people are afraid. But when people come together, it's the end of the bully. He never truly had power. And that is what frightens that bully, that person who has targeted you, that person who has wronged you, that person who has been against you for so long, trying to bring you down, telling lies about you, ruining your reputation. That person who was all about spreading rumors, who has been so envious of you, so jealous, who has wanted to take your place for so long. They were doing things, they've been evil all along, but like we've seen, people were afraid to take them on. People were afraid to expose them. But then, one by one, people started to expose them. People became brave, and now more and more people are becoming brave. More and more people, as I speak, are becoming brave and are not afraid to put the evil one in his place, in their place, and are not afraid to put her, for some of you it's a her, in her place, And oh my goodness, that is the worst thing that could have happened to them. You see, they had to pay the price. They had to pay the price. It had to come to an end eventually. What goes around comes around, and it had to come to an end eventually. Whatever you sow, you are bound to reap. They're in tears. They don't know what to do. That same person who laughed at you is in tears right now. That same person who had the first laugh cannot laugh anymore. They're realizing it is not about the first laugh, it is about the last laugh. And now they're in big trouble. Oh my goodness, look at them. They're ordinary. Nobody's afraid of you. Not you, but them. I'm speaking to them. Nobody's afraid of you. They needed that fear. They needed that. They really needed it. And now it's gone. And now they're done. It is over for the evil ones. It is over for your enemies, because no one is afraid of them anymore. And now they're going mad. They're going crazy. They don't know what to do. They're in big trouble. They're in big trouble. Their kingdom has fallen. 0 points. It's over. As we're here on this advancing channel, and I send you good vibes. I send you love, light, positive energy. I look forward to hearing from you, to reading your comments. Thank you for being a subscriber, a member of this channel. You are valued and you are appreciated. Like the video if you haven't done so, share. My name is Mantius, and I am saying one love, God bless, and all the best.